So, hi, I'm Melanie. I'm here with Jake of Morning in May.
Hello.
Would you like to introduce yourself and just explain your sound for any potential new fans?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are like a kind of like a pop rock band. We used to be pop punk when we were in our very, very early 20s, and then we did the metalcore thing. We did a metalcore record on Tragic Hero, and then we were like, let's do some poppy stuff. So now we're like a poppy boy band. We're like kind of Fall Out Boy, All Time Low with a little bit of screaming, I guess.
Yeah, you've
Yeah,
definitely got the early Fallout Boy-esque song titles.
long titles. Yep, for sure.
Long, witty, interesting titles.
Yep.
Yeah. So tell me about your journey with creating music. How did you get started, and was it something that you always knew you wanted to do?
Um, yeah, actually, so from I'm gonna be all of the guys right now.
Yeah.
Um, sorry, I'm actually seeing my grandmother and my parents because this is the last day I'll be able to see them before we go out on our tour again.
Yeah.
So figured I'd stop by, but yeah, they live far away. So here, um, uh, so to sum up most of the guys, yeah, we all started playing when we were like around 13.
Yeah.
Um, I think that was the number. Me and Andrew, at least the drummer, picked up our stuff and we got in it for girls, and it kind of just stuck. And then we were like, we were like, yeah, now we can get girls. And like, wait, girls? I was like, we're working on records now.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how that happened. Andrew's big into like old 80s bands like Motley Crue and stuff like that. Kind of where our aesthetic ended up being. I have super blonde hair. All the guys have like dark black hair and stuff, and
Yeah.
it's all moppy and all long now in our old age. Uh, I started listening to like Nirvana again, like All Time Low and all those bands. Sleeping with Sirens and like the Warped Tour scene was kind of my
Yeah.
stuff. John, the bassist, he likes from first to last, the real old school emo stuff. John and I bond over like the used. And then Joe likes like Kill Switch, Engage, Currents and bands like that. The old like
Yeah.
Wolf for My Valentine, all the he's like on the heavier he's our heavier guy.
Yeah. So y'all
Yeah.
kind of bring all that to the table and
Yeah,
this
we
is what
kind of
comes
take
out.
all of that. We take all of that and put it together, and that's what it ends up sounding like.
Yeah. So how long have you guys been together as Morning in May?
So I started it as an acoustic thing project back in 2010.
Yeah.
So when I was a teenager, when I was like 14, 15, I was playing like bars and stuff by myself, and I would do like I would just play like acoustic shows everywhere I could by myself, trying to like figure out what I wanted to do. Um and then the guys that I have now, uh Andrew's the longest running member. He joined back in 2018. We did like the metalcore stuff together. And
Yeah.
then the new guys I got, John and Joe, probably a year and a half now. We did a whole album, and I think that's it. We started touring in 2016. And I've been through like 14, 15 members, but the guys now are like the dream team right now.
Yeah. It just kind of clicks now. You
Yeah,
make
it's
yeah.
so much better than it was. Like, uh, yeah, we went from like being homeless and stuff, sleeping on floors and like just in between tours, finding wherever we could go and just kind of hop in and not knowing what we were doing. And we didn't really have any lives established or anything. We were just trying to figure everything out. To now, all of us live in houses and
Yeah.
we go out and tour a lot. We actually tour more now, I think, that we have like a thing now. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah.
And you got to work with Matt Malpass.
We got to work with Matt Malpass.
What's that like?
So we went from homeless to working with the guy who does Blink and MGK and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Matt's amazing. Matt is a wonderful human being. Matt knows what's up, I guess to put it lightly.
Yeah.
He knows the sound. He grew up. He's been in bands and stuff like that. He knows how to make the song sound what we like, and he didn't change really. He added. He didn't really change anything. So a lot of the
Yeah.
stuff that we did was pretty. I'm gonna say it was 75% us, and then he was like, "All right, let me just." He just like sat back, cracked his fingers. He's like, let me make this cool." So
Yeah. That's
yeah.
awesome. So what do you hope to achieve with creating music? Is there anything in particular that you might want people to take away from your songs?
Yeah, so we've noticed it's it's weird. I try so hard to convey it in the lyrics and stuff,
Mm,
but everybody's like, "Oh, I'm sad. Oh, let's deal with this sadness together and all of that stuff." And we growing up in like Northeast Ohio isn't you have no support group, you have nobody, you have friends and stuff isn't that's not existent. Friends
mm,
can't help you, family can't help you and stuff. It's really kind of up to you to figure out your game plan, who you're going to be, like how you're going to get out of your mess. And like you can't, as especially in music, you can't wait on anybody to do anything. You have to do it
mm.
yourself. You have to figure it a way out. So that's kind of, instead of sitting and just being sad, I got it's you're just so tired and exhausted of being depressed all the time that you're like, you know what? Instead of you just do the opposite, like, you know what? I'm the best. I'm the best thing you'll ever see, best music you'll ever hear, the best person you'll ever meet. And I was like, I think if you say that enough times in a song, and if people are singing along and doing that, they might just start believing that themselves. So
Yeah, it can't
I
hurt.
wanted yeah, I wanted to take that approach instead of like, "Oh, we're so sad. Oh, this is so." It's like, yeah, that's
Yeah,
true. That's kind of the whole like how everybody feels. But I'm like, why don't you start saying lines? Start saying like start acting a little not conceited, but a little more confident and see how that
yeah.
does. Instead
Okay.
of just telling yourself, "Oh, if you're like I'm just sad all the time and it's never going to get better." You're gonna live like that forever. So when you start going, you know what? I think I'm the best. I'm
Mm.
kind of the shit here. If if people are listening and saying that more, they're gonna hopefully feel that way.
Yeah. So when fans recommend Morning in May to others, what song do you think would be the best introduction?
So it's different every time. And I ask
Yeah.
people this because I'm like, hey, like what was your whenever we go play a show and stuff, I'm always interested in like, hey, what song did you gravitate towards? What did you like the best? And
Yeah.
it's always different. So and I kind of can tell the type of person by the song that they pick. So Stacking Limbs is one of the songs um that everybody just loves because it's so chaotic and crazy and it's
Mm.
about just crazy stuff. Um the people who say that song I tend to really like. Uh and then there's songs like I know a lot of older people like Everybody's Innocent in here. The song we did at the Mansfield Reformatory,
Mhm.
the Shawshank Redemption song.
Yeah.
Older people like that song a lot. I don't know why. Uh, that's stands out. And then there's some songs off the new album, and then there's songs from like way back that people are like, oh yeah, that's my favorite song. And then it's weird because it's like it's a the song's okay, but I don't know why.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe it was the
um,
first one they heard and they just have that nostalgia.
yeah, like it comes out. Yeah, it's weird. I
Do
don't know.
you
It's
have a
always
favorite?
I like I like the song that comes out May 5th.
Okay.
Uh I think the song we did with Matt because that was like a staple song.
Yeah.
The song we from zero to 100 all the way through was all four of us kind of getting together and making that so it didn't have like a lot of the times I'll write a lot of the stuff, a lot of the instruments and stuff, and I'll have most of the dictation on everything, and then I'm like, all right, guys, like add your thoughts. What do you think and stuff like that. This song, we kind of just, I was like, this is my idea for the words. Figure it out. and and then it was cool. And then we put it together. We did a music video, which was our first music video as the four of us.
Yeah.
And that was kind of cool. I liked that. I like Jake from State Farm Ruined My Life too.
Yeah.
That's just a good, fun song. And I think I only like that song because I know that the guys get really pumped when we play it. So I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Um, do you have a favorite music video that you've done so far?
Of ours,
Yeah.
um,
Maybe the most fun, to do or
I yeah. So I liked Everybody's Innocent. Shawshank's my favorite movie.
yeah.
So it was filmed in Ohio. I really like Ohio things. I don't know why. I just feel very I'd be captivated. Any Ohio bands, anything that's Ohio related, I'm very like close to. I have an obligation, I think. Um, but I liked that it was filmed here. I liked the movie. I liked that we got to shoot a lot of the shots where important parts of the movie were filmed.
Mm.
Um, like the almost every part I'm in a straitjacket is where Morgan Freeman was.
Oh, wow.
The Yeah, it's just cool. It was a cool movie. We were right the scene where they say the line of the song "Everybody's Innocent in Here, don't you know that?"
Yeah.
Is where we filmed the full band shots. So it was cool. I don't know. It was fun.
Yeah. And more to come.
Yeah, for real.
Okay. Um, so how do you stay creatively inspired and motivated as a band?
So far, it's super easy.
Yeah.
I'll see going to shows. I have doing this for a long time. You end up playing with a lot of your favorite bands.
Hmm.
You end up meeting a lot of your favorite people, and the more cool stuff you do, the more it keeps you motivated to like want to do it. So we just opened for Every Avenue, which was really cool. That was a band we grew up listening to on the Warped Tour scene and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I ended up talking to David for a long time, the singer, and we bonded, and it was cool. And I was like, you know what, this is cool. I get to we we did a song with Craig Mabbitt from
Oh,
Escape the
yeah.
Fate. Yeah. So that was cool. Like just things happen, and
Yeah.
then you meet people, and like friends of mine are people that I can text right now are people that I grew up listening to. So it's kind of weird. So every
That's
time
kind of
something cool
amazing.
happens, yeah,
Yeah. If you could collaborate with anyone in the world, who would it be?
Josh Ramsey from Mariana's Trench, for production and singing and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Fallout Boy would be amazing. That would be cool. If we could just do anything with them.
Yeah.
And then Lady Gaga.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
So what have you personally been listening to lately?
Oh my goodness, Michelle Branch. Uh, early early 2000s pop. So like early Avril Lavigne, Pink, Michelle Branch, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So John and Joe listen to heavy stuff. They listen to the screaming and all that stuff, which we do too. Me and Andrew.
Yeah.
Me and Andrew were talking about this last night. We were doing rehearsals for tour, and we were in the car. Um, and we were talking about like we really like pop music and how it is, and that's kind of why we do what we do. I like to write pop songs, and make them heavy. So like if Pop Goes Punk was a band, that's always been my
Yeah.
like vision for the band. Um, yeah, I think that's it. And then yeah, I don't know. I mean, I listen to like Grayscale, Story So Far, Neck Deep, like the pop punk bands like that. Andrew listens to everything. We also listen to like I listen to a lot of 90s country when we're on tour. So
Mhm.
it's just like screamy bands all the time. And we're just in that scene and we do all of that stuff. And then I just listen to like 90s country and we listen to podcasts too. Actually,
Yeah.
if I'm in the car, I'm just listening to like podcasts like Joe Rogan and stuff like that, which I think Andrew is too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see any new tour announcements today? Because speaking of some of what you've
Yeah.
mentioned,
Yeah, I
All
did.
Time Low, Grayscale, and Gym Class Heroes are on tour coming up.
I saw that. I think we're gonna go see them in Detroit in September. But I've seen I haven't seen All Time Low in a long time, and then like last year or the last 2 years, I've seen All Time Low like 4 or 5 times.
You almost bear a resemblance to Alex. Do
So
you
I've
know
only been
that?
that's that's how I found out about most of the bands I listen to. So when I was in ninth grade and I was playing guitar, my first bassist was like, "Hey, you look like All Time Low," and I'm like, "What's that?"
Yeah.
And he showed me, and I was like, "Oh, this is amazing! I love this." And then we listened to So Wrong It's Right, and I was like, "Cool." And then that's how I found out about like Sleeping with Sirens and stuff.
Mm.
A girlfriend I had at the time, her older brother was like, "You sound like Kellen Quinn," and I was like, "What's that?"
Yeah. Show
And
me, change my life.
yeah, right. So I heard it, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Not really, but okay, cool, thanks."
Yeah.
Um, yeah, yeah, I get
It's a
that all
really
the time.
interesting way to discover music.
It is. It's really weird. That's how actually it's weird. I call them the sleeping bands, but that's how I found out about all of the sleeping bands. So Sleeping with Sirens, Sleep Signals, Armor for Sleep, and isn't it for all those sleeping or something like that?
I don't know
I
that one.
all of the
Yeah.
all of those bands I found out because they're like you look like or sound like those bands, and I don't know
Yeah.
why sleepy bands, but okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Um, do you have a motto or some good advice that you live by?
If you ain't first, you're last. Uh, not not really. Other than if it makes a cool story, do it.
Yeah.
Uh, oh, yeah, actually, yeah, kind of. Uh, to have the things, it's something like to have the things you want, do what others won't, something like that. Just do the only way you'll get something that other people don't have is doing things that other people won't,
Yeah.
I guess.
I like that.
Yeah.
Um, do you ever sing karaoke? And if so, do you have a go-to song?
Uh, yeah. Yeah. It gets boring on tour. Um, like just waiting for the show and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
we will go to the bars or whatever's going on. And I've been known to do karaoke. And no, not really. Whatever's on, whatever's
Okay.
Creed's always fun. People want me to do Just Dance because we cover it. Um, or Without Me by Halsey because we
Yeah.
cover it. But other than
Yeah.
that,
You have
like,
a good cover of that actually.
thank you.
Yeah. If someone wrote a biography about you, what would the title be?
um, Probably That Looks Like It Hurts.
Okay.
Yeah. um, yeah. Actually, so yeah, something like that because this band has been through so much and there's been so many dark clouds and we've been paying it forward for so long. We just got our van broken into and they stole $10,000 worth of equipment, guitars, basses,
Oh
cords, all that
no.
stuff. So that happened a couple weeks ago. While I was on tour, my roommate's car got smashed into a couple times, as did mine. 5 times I think within the last 2 months. And my drummer's house just caught on fire 2 weeks ago. Burned
Oh
everything, all
wow.
those. Yeah, so stuff like that happens literally all of the time with the band. And yeah, it's we just that happens and then we just keep going. So
Mm, the dangerous band to be into.
yeah, right.
You warned the guys when they joined.
Yeah, I said it's gonna be a nightmare. It's gonna be
Mm,
fun. It's gonna be cool, but it's gonna take a toll on you. So good
yeah.
luck. Yeah.
Yeah. So what are your goals for Morning in May? Where do you see yourselves in the next couple years?
Oh God, alive, hopefully.
Well, that's a good start.
Yeah. I have so many like 5-year plans.
Okay.
Uh, I whatever you all right, whatever I tell the guys all the time, whatever you want to do, just be the best at it, and that's kind of what I would like to do. We just want to kind of be the best band we can be.
Mhm.
Um, we've it's been really cruising, especially so like COVID shut everything down, right?
Yeah.
We signed with Tragic Hero. We released an EP. We went on a tour, and as soon as we got back, it was that February,
Yeah.
um, that everything shut down and closed down, and everything got weird and
Yeah.
all that stuff. So we got out of that. We got out of that deal. We signed another deal. Got out of that deal because it was just a weird like in limbo time.
Mhm.
Um, and then after that, like I got the guys that I did, and then we started playing festivals and we started touring again and getting better shows and working with better people and stuff like that. So hopefully that just keeps going. I mean,
Yeah.
probably yeah, I don't know. Just do what we're doing at a bigger thing,
Yeah.
bigger shows, bigger tours, bigger stuff. Always. I mean, that's always going to be my 5-year plan. Bigger
Yeah.
stuff. Up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you have any closing messages for your fans?
Be awesome to each other. You can check us out on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Pandora, Amazon, whatever you got. Just type it in. We'll probably be there. Tell your mom, tell your dog, tell everybody you can. Spread the band, spread love, take chances, and live life to the fullest. That's all I got.
Okay. And one last question. For
Yeah.
anyone who has not heard of you, why should they listen to Morning in May?
Because we say things that other people don't say. We are really fun, and it's a different kind of experience, and we go
Yeah.
about life a little different way. And you're it's a friendship thing. It's not like a performance fan weird thing. Um, it's we're like friends.
Okay.
It's a friendship thing. If you understand the songs and stuff, there's a deep connection there. There's something that we have in common that's way deeper, way in here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, thanks for chatting.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I liked your questions.
Yeah. All right. Take care.
Cool.
Bye.